What kind of picture are you painting with your life? Whether you choose to accept it or not, everything you do, the choices you make, combine to create a picture of what matters most to you. Ask yourself honestly, are you proactively leading your life forward, or do you feel like you're at the mercy of external forces? To answer this question, step back and think a little about what matters most to you. Are you spending time on those things of the greatest value, or is your life being driven by the less important? It may seem at first that everything you do is important. With so many choices and conflicting priorities, it's easy to lose your bearings in the daily grind of life. Let's take an example.
If you were traveling in a forest, you would have a good idea of your destination. However, you might be unsure of which direction to go to get there. To reach your goal, you would need a way to find out where you are and a way to keep yourself on course as you travel to your objective. To gain control of your life and time, you need a way to discover where you are, where you want to go, and a way to tell whether you are making progress to your destination. A compass, maybe.
Before you can create a compass that will help you get your bearings and navigate through the forest of your life, you need to understand the components of such a compass. To do this, ask yourself the following questions. What is most important to you? Who are the most important people in your life? What kind of person do you want to be? What do you want to do about it? It's that simple. First, you discover. You identify those things of most value to you. Then you incorporate that knowledge as you plan your weekly and daily activities. Then you act in the moment of choice according to what matters most.
The first step in the discover process is to identify your values, or what is most important to you. You probably have more than one governing value. After you've identified your values, the next step is to prioritize them. If two of your values came into conflict, which would take precedence? Finally, clarify your values. Think of what they really mean to you. For example, financial security might mean one thing to you, but something entirely different to someone else. Do the same thing for all your governing values. As you identify, prioritize, and clarify your values, you have taken a giant step toward understanding what truly matters most.
Now that you've identified what is most important to you, you can identify who is most important to you. Or, in other words, identify your key roles and relationships. Roles represent your most important relationships and areas of responsibility. Think of the various roles you play in your life, roles that relate to your family, your profession, your community, your extracurricular life. Then, with these roles identified, change your point of view and think of your roles from the viewpoint of the other person. What would you like that other person or people to say about you when you have performed that role in an ideal way? This is how you clarify your roles, to better understand them. The What Matters Most seminar taught by Franklin Covey can help you learn some detailed and effective techniques for discovering your highest values and roles.
With your values and roles identified, it's time to consider your unique purpose in life as you see it. Your personal mission. The power of a mission statement is that it can give you a specific direction. In our example of traveling through a forest, your personal mission helps you better see the pathway through the forest, as well as your ultimate destination. A mission statement can help you decide in the moment of choice what to do with your time and energy. Your mission is not something you decide on or generate. It's something you discover. Now you know what is most important to you, what relationships you have that are important, and what you believe to be your unique purpose. In short, you've discovered what matters most. With this information, you can now incorporate what matters most into your planning and daily actions.
You begin to bring your daily activities in line with what matters most by setting long-range goals. For example, if you had a value called interest in other cultures, you might set a goal of, in 24 months, I will take my family to Hong Kong. Then refine your goal by connecting it to a value, role, your mission, or some combination of the three. Then specify how and when you will accomplish the goal. Set deadlines for the goal itself and for intermediate steps. A goal is, after all, a dream with a deadline. With this approach, your goals are closer to being realized because the building blocks for those goals are being incorporated into your planning. With goals and intermediate steps identified, you can start the process of weekly and daily planning. The long and short of planning can be very simply stated. Schedule what matters most first. Think of the tasks and appointments that support what matters most to you as rocks, big rocks. These big rocks are the most important things you want to accomplish this week. The other things, not nearly as important as the big rocks, are little rocks. If you wait until the last minute to fit your big rocks into your schedule, you may have so many little rocks already in the schedule that the big rocks won't fit. Instead, put your big rocks into the schedule first. There will be enough room for most of the less important items, and if something doesn't fit, at least what matters most is in there. When you schedule the most important tasks and appointments first, your big rocks, the rest has a way of falling into place.
Now for a quick review. You've discovered what matters most. You've made your plan and scheduled what matters most first. Now it's time to focus your attention and your energy on making it happen. It's time to act. When you focus your plan and your abilities at the moment of choice, it is much like focusing a great deal of energy on a single point. The process of discovery and planning makes it possible to focus your energy at the time to act. To start focusing, list your appointments and tasks for the day. Do this realistically and don't overload yourself. Then, prioritize your tasks according to their importance. All that remains is to actually do the tasks that appear on your daily task list. And the beauty of this method is that your task list now reflects your highest priorities and goals. Are you ready to align your daily choices with what matters most? You have the tools you need to do this. Now it's just a matter of doing it. Let's get started.